What's up? What's up? What's up, guys?
What's up, everybody? Here at the Fiend Podcast, I got my boy Gee Dogg here.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Chilling.
We got Jay Billy in the back.
Jay Billy in the house too. Man in the Instagram account going live.
Got standby for fluffing duties. Yeah, I wonder if that's fucking YouTube. If that violates their
Violates YouTube's policy. I think a lot of stuff violates YouTube's
yeah,
policy.
but you know what?
And they don't tell you a lot of what. They'll just tell you, hey, you violated this. Well, what was it? Don't do it again.
Yeah, but it's really dumb because, like, you know that they have the software that's just looking for specific words, right? But yeah, you can say, oh yeah, this video of this Crip unlived 5 people.
Yeah.
It's like
unalive the Crip,
like it's like
your boy Kilmar.
Big shout out to Kilmar. Well, we're talking about Kilmar, the father from Maryland.
The Maryland dad.
The one that beat the hell out of his wife and threatened her.
Yeah, the one from the gang.
Got a restraining order.
Yeah, the gang member from El Salvador.
Yeah. What were we talking about? Shit.
You were talking about your conspiracy theories earlier.
Nah, man, we're talking about something. Anyway, yeah, let's get back to that conspiracy.
Your satellites and your satellites returning back to Earth and smashing.
Well, because I was showing you that we're reading the article about the former Canadian
Minister of Defense.
Minister of Defense, correct? I said Prime Minister, but
not Prime Minister. That's that Justin Trudeau dude that is gone now.
He pretty much stated that there's 12 species that have visited us from the stars above.
Do you believe there's
aliens? I don't know about.
Do you believe that, or do you think that we're the only beings in the entire universe?
We cannot be the only beings anywhere. That's one. I don't know about 12 because his statement was it was 12 different race aliens, and some had good intentions, peaceful intentions, and others.
I mean, there's how many galaxies in this universe? I mean, infinite, right?
Infinite.
Something like that?
Yeah.
I mean, do you think
that you get into a black hole, a worm, you end up in another.
Yeah, do you think there's only 12 species across
No, but what I'm saying is
miles?
I just don't see it. I think I think there is.
I mean, how can they find us? How can you literally go out there and find
go to Antarctica
and get there?
Go to Antarctica.
Go to Antarctica? Is there a wormhole?
No, the base. You never heard that? There's a big hole in Antarctica.
I heard there's holes everywhere.
You know that you cannot fly, land.
You can't fly over, I think, certain areas, but you can fly over most.
You can't. You can only fly along the coast, like by Chile, and down on the tip.
Yeah.
The Peru too on the other. I don't know.
Down by your Chile tip.
Yeah. You can't fly over the whole thing.
I'm sure you can fly enough to where you can see most.
You have a laptop, right?
Yeah.
Go on Google Earth.
I've done Google Earth on my phone too.
Have you ever gone over Antarctica? There's this circular shape that looks like it's like a cavern.
Yeah. And
it's speculated that that's why there's no flying over it or ships are allowed to land on it.
I hear a lot of shit.
Then
I don't know what's true or not.
Have you also heard?
I don't know what's true or not, but I've heard a lot.
This is another thing that goes back to the whole if there's aliens. Have you ever wondered why we've never explored water, like the deepest?
We know more about space than we do about our oceans.
Yeah. You ever wondered why?
Because the ocean's fucking scary.
Well, we have the technology to send down unmanned cameras.
Well, what about that one sub that just imploded and killed all those people? The billionaire. Remember?
With the fucking Xbox controller.
His Xbox controller that controlled the fucking submarine.
Dude, the internet was not nice, man.
Whoa.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, that was bad.
People were annoyed at the shit that was all my algorithm was about. Was that fucking
submarine. The submarine checking out where the Titanic went down. Right there.
So, but
wasn't it? It was right there, right? It was.
Yeah, no. So, back to what we're talking about. with the depths of the ocean, do you believe?
Oh yeah, why don't
Do you believe in crackling? What are
the kraken?
Yeah,
Like that huge ass fucking octopus
or giant squids?
Giant squids or whatever.
Do you believe in those?
Dude, I think there's a ton of stuff that we don't know that's in the ocean, and it's gigantic.
Yeah,
because you see whales that have chunks taken out of them by something, or great whites that have chunks of them taken out by something.
Have you seen those anglerfish? Those have their own little light in their.
Oh yeah. It looks like a big puffer fish with the big teeth, and it has a light that hooks in front of it. Yeah. Didn't they find one that came up to the somewhat to the surface?
It was sick or something like that. It was
and they were like, dude, why is that here?
Yeah, and then right away, global warming.
Global warming, yeah. Global warming. Speaking of global warming, have you seen the Navy's future map of America?
No, I'm not.
Google it. The Navy's future map of America. I didn't know what it was until I Googled it earlier, and it shows
166.
It shows what's that? Oh, it shows what parts of the United States are going to be covered underwater.
Do you think you remember how when we were growing up, all California's gonna crumble into the ocean?
Yo, yeah, the big one.
The erosion.
We're still waiting. We're waiting for the big
erosion. Natural erosion.
Oh, okay.
Do you believe in that?
I believe. No, I mean natural erosion happens. You seen those?
No, but do you think? I don't see any changes on the coastline.
Well, you see parts of the cliffs falling apart and then tumbling down.
But that only happened in Palos Verdes. They have a section sink of the road. I don't know if you heard that. But anyways, back to the ocean. God damn it.
Yeah. Ocean Gate. That's what it was called, wasn't it? Ocean Gate.
Yeah. Why do you think we are not so interested in exploring our oceans, but outer space?
I think it's actually easier to get to outer space than it is to the bottom of the ocean.
Why?
Because if it's just like, dude, if you have, how many tragedies have there been in space?
Well, there was Discovery that blew up on the way up.
No, in space.
Well, supposedly there was 2 astronauts stuck out there for 9 months.
Well, no, that's not a tragedy. They came home, they were all good. They're drinking Kool-Aid.
There's no way you can compare.
But no, answer my question. But you're not answering my question. Answer my question. How many tragedies have there been in space?
No, I already know where you're going with this question, but there's no way you can compare the amount of accidents that happen in space as to opposed to accidents that happen in the ocean with 500.
Why not? You're
500 years of sailing.
It has everything to do with your question.
You know what I'm saying?
You're saying why haven't we gone and explored more of the ocean than we have? And the answer is because the ocean is scary as fuck. And if you go in a submarine down there, like an Ocean Gate, something like that's going to happen. Something like that's going to happen,
you're not understanding
when you go deep.
You're not understanding what I'm saying.
When you go to space.
What I'm saying is, the amount of, regardless of where we've gone into outer space, you cannot.
There's no regardless.
No, okay. How many total flights have gone into outer space?
Countless.
What do you mean countless?
They go all the time.
Dude, we're probably dude, you are smoking yayo.
Since the NASA's existence, how many manned flights have there been to space?
Yeah,
lots.
Dude, the monkeys were the first ones, and they went in 1956, I believe. Oh, let me see this. 1956. Look that up real quick while I finish my thought.
I'm going live.
What I'm saying is, we have 500 years of ocean ships. A lot of those ships, maybe about 200 years ago, started exploring underwater or whatever. Then you got submarines.
I don't think anybody was exploring underwater 200 years ago.
Maybe 100 years ago.
Maybe 100 years ago, not the fucking 18.
Okay, I agree. That was a little excited.
Fucking incredible. A little excited here.
But what I'm saying is, you can't compare the numbers. Oceans.
You can, because that's why. Why do you think
we have more than 1,000 flights into outer space?
Huh? 1,000 flights?
Yeah.
Like around. The globe in every country. Probably there's been more than 1,000 flights. I say since human existence, anybody sending somebody up into space.
Nobody's been flying into outer space since the 50s. The Russians
not that we know. Supposedly we've been to Mars before. Have you heard that?
Do you believe there was life on Mars?
Okay. Did you know that there's material, or not material? There's dust, or there's
that used to be the water
that only comes from an atomic bomb, or no, I'm sorry, a nuclear bomb.
Yes, I know.
A nuclear bomb going off has this certain substance
I
that
know what the hell it is
in a nuclear bomb.
Yes,
and they found some
Mars has
on
the
Mars.
highest levels.
So they're saying that they could have been life, and it was nuked a long.
They nuked themselves.
Ago. Yeah. So whatever.
What do you think about that, Jay Billy?
What do you think, Jay Billy? You think there's been life on Mars?
Like, have you seen the pictures of statue heads or
monoliths?
There's pyramids. Do you think those are actual things, or is just the illusion the camera captured? What do you think?
I'm not too sure, to be honest with you. I don't really know much of
that. The face on Mars, remember that?
See that one?
That one that looks like a huge face.
Have you seen the one that looks like a sphinx head?
I think that's the one I'm talking about.
I've seen the pyramids. It's dude.
There's real pyramids on Mars.
That's what they say.
It's mountains shaped like it or something like that.
It's hard. It's crazy because there's one that has.
Not Photoshop?
No, dude. These are NASA pictures.
What NASA? NASA's like.
No, it's a hard straight line.
You know what NASA stands for?
Something funny.
Never a straight answer.
No, but what I'm saying is it has two straight lines. So you can see one side where it's actually flat, and the other side's flat, but the other side's distorted because it's in the shadows. So that's where the debate's at. And I can understand, like, you take a picture of something at a certain angle, it's gonna look like something else.
Yeah.
But I did hear that about the chemical on Mars that is only produced after atomic or nuclear explosion has happened. Speaking of explosions, that's how this shit came about. The Lizard Man, that's what his name was. He wanted to expose the lizard people, so he fucking
David Icke.
David Icke. That's his name?
Mm-hmm. British guy?
I know he was an IT guy. He was fucking intelligent, dude.
There's a guy, David Icke, who talks about a lot of lizard people.
Dude, he's fucking crazy.
Lizard people.
I was watching this fucking documentary on this guy. It was 45 minutes, real quick one. I think it's on Hulu if anyone wants to watch it. But anyways, it's crazy because I didn't even know that. I mean, I've heard lizard people, shapeshifters, but you don't really think about that. That's stupid. To me, it's stupid because if they're lizards, they have to always be hot, right, or whatever.
Yeah, those are the ones.
Or are they cold-blooded or whatever? Anyways,
those are the ones they live in tropical areas.
Dude, there is a high number of people that believe in this shit. I was surprised that came out
in lizard people.
Yes, I was like stunned.
So there are some people that believe.
So I went into a little rabbit hole, and apparently that they've been here since before we have.
Living underground.
And there's a theory that there's
those caves, huh?
There's a link between Neanderthals mating with.
No, I don't think so. Because people don't look like lizards.
Dude, did you know Neanderthals had bigger brains than us?
They had bigger foreheads too.
Yeah.
A sloped forehead.
And did you know they had thicker, girthier bones?
Do you know they were called Homo sapiens?
Yeah, that's what my Jay Billy's called.
Our uncle? Angel?
Yeah. No, but back to what I say. Let's get back to this ocean shit, man.
Ocean Gate.
If you go unmanned cameras, if we could but if we can safely get astronauts into outer space without their capsule crushing from the pressure and all this, obviously we could do the same shit. I just feel that there's no interest in it because there's no money in it.
Yeah.
There's money in space. Because somebody sometime sooner or later is going to have to get us into fucking, I love the balloons, get us into another planet. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You think we'll ever live in Mars?
No,
No.
no.
How about the moon? You think the moon's real?
I think I don't think it's hollow, but I remember them.
Did you hear this metal?
I remember stories when what is it, like Apollo 11 missions, when they would go and they would drop, or Apollo 10, 11, or 12. One of those missions where they were going, they dropped something to impact the moon, and when it hit, it rang like a bell for an hour.
Yeah.
And they did another mission, another Apollo mission to the moon, and that first one was an accident, and when it happened, but the second time they went, they specifically went to make it happen, and they sent like something down, like a capsule or something down to impact, and they slammed it into the moon, and it rang like a bell for, they said, I think 3 to 5 hours.
You know, you've only seen one side of the moon your whole life.
Yeah, because it doesn't rotate.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
It's not the dark side of the moon; it's the side that doesn't follow. It's not dark.
No, but
but
you don't think it's weird that it doesn't rotate?
I think it's the only one that doesn't.
Did you know, or did you know? Did you hear the whole this what's that shit called, the space station, but that everybody's involved with?
The International Space Station, the ISS.
They're actually conspiracy saying that it's actually on the moon.
Well, have you seen a lot of footage people will show? I don't know how necessarily.
Tracks on the moon?
No. On the ISS, when people are, they'll say it's a green screen behind them, and they're on wires, and you see them tugging, and you see like a wire pull from the back where they're like a harness, so to speak. They think they're harnessed in, and they're pretending to be floating and stuff like that, and they'll show people like going through in the background, and there'll be like a glitch, and they'll be like see through for a second. So
have you ever seen the tracks on the moon? Like when the big moon's out, you know when that moon's really big.
If you look at it, when it's close to us.
Yeah. Really have you ever seen the?
Because it stays the same size, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. So they're fucking inflated. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, buddy.
Anyways,
it's so big tonight.
Have you seen them? Have you seen the tracks?
No, I haven't personally seen them.
They say that there's a military base on the moon.
Well, they say there's monoliths on the moon.
I've never heard that one.
Yeah,
the craters are fake. They say
craters. Did you know that the craters have an impact depth, and they're all the same?
Yeah, that's what I was about to get to.
Yeah, it doesn't go past a certain point.
Yeah, and that's why I tell you the moon's metal.
It's a spaceship that came over here.
Nah, they say they dragged
the 12 species of aliens around the world monitoring us.
Before you get to that, I got a question. Don't mean to cut you off. And it's who you wanted on. Ronald Bentley's asking.
What's up, Ronald?
He's asking, what came first, the chicken or the egg?
Time out. Adam has something for Ronald.
Hey, Ronald, I have a little bit of information for you. The only reason Roosevelt had a third term is because there was no constitutional law in place at the time. Afterwards, there was a constitutional law that didn't allow anybody to have a third term. So there cannot legally be a third term for anybody at this point unless they change the constitutional amendment.
But we love the question.
Thank you so much, Ronald.
Back to this question. That is a tough one. It's where the fuck the egg come from, and without the egg, you don't have a chicken. That's my answer to that one. Like, how the fuck you need one shit?
You have to genetically modify a chicken. You can do that,
but it goes back to what came first, the dinosaur or the egg?
Good question. I don't know.
No, but the conspiracy, real quick, is that we're a petri dish, and for some species, and they're the ones that towed the fucking moon in to create the gravitational pulls that we need for the oceans.
So you don't think the moon is flat, right?
Well, it goes back to the ocean being underwater. They have.
Yeah, but you didn't answer my question. You don't think the moon's flat, right?
Oh, fuck no.
You don't think the Earth is flat, right?
Come on, bro.
I don't know. I'm just kind of asking here. I'm just, we're talking
Look
about
at Jay Billy team, bro. Fuck.
Neanderthal over there. I just want to see where you're at.
Now, but that's what it goes back to the underwater thing. That's where the UFO goes underwater. That's why we never.
Oh, I've seen. I've seen.
What's the score? 2-3. No, but what's the score?
Yeah.
Hey, what's the score, by the way?
Did
the Clippers win?
I don't know. The Clippers, you said were losing when we last looked, and the Kings were down 3-2. So right damn, everybody's on the verge of. LA's on the verge of collapsing playoff wise.
They're gonna collapse.
Ronald Bentley, do you know the scores of the Clipper game and the King game?
I got it right here.
I know you might be watching.
Oh my God!
5-3.
3-5. Edmonton is over, and it's the end of the second.
Kings were up 2-1 in the first period.
Yes,
second period or third?
I'm sorry. They were never up.
Yeah, the Kings were up 2-1. Remember?
Oh yeah,
you would have told me that.
2-1. And then right now, yeah. So they're on the timeout right now, and let's see the Clippers game real quick.
Was that the second period?
Yeah, end of the second period. Oh wow. Okay, 94-83. Clippers are up. Good shit.
94-83, up 11.
Good shit to LA.
Fourth quarter?
Yeah, there's 10 minutes left.
In the fourth?
Yeah.
Oh, they're up 11. Wow. Yeah. All right. Maybe only two teams are on the verge of collapsing. Yeah, the Clippers will tie it up if they win tonight. They tie it. It goes to game 7 on what, Sunday?
I believe so.
Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah, they'll probably give them a couple days off.
Saturday.
Oh.
Saturday?
Yeah, if there's a game 7.
Yeah, so this weekend's going to be packed, man. You got the boxing fights tomorrow. You got Canelo Saturday night. The Clipper game Saturday night.
Who are we shouting out? Who are we going to see in Commerce? We give a shout out?
Lupita Medina.
All right. You going to shout her out or what?
Shout out to Lupita Medina.
Lupita Medina, shout out. We'll be seeing you soon out in Commerce. Yeah. But yeah,
So you think that we should explore the ocean more? Or do you think, which one do you think, ocean or space more? Because you can't do a major exploration of the ocean and the space. I think that would cost way too much money.
Let me ask you this. Would you rather live in outer space or underwater? If you had
both are scary as hell, so...
Let's say we had an atomic war and this fucking air was just toxic. You either had to go to outer space or underwater. But not no planet, just outer space. Which are you doing?
Well, what am I living in outer space? And what am I living in underwater?
Like a dome. Let's say like an igloo style, like maybe a bedroom, a kitchen. You have a little space like the store.
And it's on a big spaceship? Like the USS Enterprise, like Star Trek and shit?
You're just floating out there.
I'm floating in an igloo in space.
Yeah.
Or I'm floating in an igloo underwater.
Or you're anchored, not anchored because anything it's going to float down to the bottom.
I think that's kind of shitty if you're just in a 12 by 12 igloo underwater for the rest of your life.
Those are the options, but all right, fucking 20 by 20.
Holy crap. That's still bad. That's like
what would you pick? Where would you rather live?
Man.
I think I would do under the ocean. Either way, if fucking
you're still to stay on Earth.
No, either way, the shit collapses. The pressure's gonna crush you.
But how do you get food, dude? How do you get Uber Eats?
You're overthinking the fucking question now, bro.
I mean,
you ask me, hey, how am I gonna jerk off with my family?
Do I have to cut a hole and like put a fishing rod out there?
Hey, Jay Billy, fish? I like my co-host from last week.
That's why he got no views last week.
Hey, but seriously, if you had to choose infinite food, either one, infinite beer, infinite weed, infinite everything. I'll disregard that weed part. Infinite stuff. You got your family with you.
Man.
You have your family with you.
I get asked questions like this. Jesus.
Jay Billy, what would you pick? Outer space or underwater? Either way, you step out of the fucking capsule, you're dead.
Probably outer space.
You go outer space too?
Yeah, probably. Okay, so there's no
less chance of getting eaten down.
There's no chance of dying. You're just in there for the rest of your life until you die of old age.
Yeah, hypothetically.
Oh, I'll fucking be in space floating around.
Yeah, under the ocean. I didn't think about that. You get eaten by a kraken or a fucking squid.
Yeah, Kraken's gonna smack you, crack your pod like the fucking ocean gate, and you're done.
But what if
maybe you make a friend with an
what if Star Trek fucking comes and starts shooting, opens fire on your fucking module?
Star Trek.
That's no fucking.
Man, this is getting more wild as we go. What about if Katy Perry, the astronaut, came and saved me from space with her daisy and said, "Yo, Remy, I got you. Let's get back to Earth." And she tows me back.
And then Jeff Bezos sends his fucking hibachi fucking wand ship to go get you guys.
He sends his shaft to get me in space.
And fucking 6 chicks in the dickhead.
You mean 6 astronauts in it. You forgot to kiss the ground before you did that.
No, that's when that fucking stupid Katy Perry kissed the bell before she rang it.
Oh man. How disrespectful to astronauts is that? Like, man, they go through their entire military career. They go through training.
Yes.
They go through what? They have to go through the Air Force. They have to go through training. They have to
not only
NASA. Thousands and hundreds of thousands of people that apply for NASA. Only a handful of people get there.
They gotta have a specialty.
Then they have to go through years and years of training.
Did you know?
And they have to know how to fix everything up once they're up there. If there's a problem, and they have to know how to fly it, know how to fix everything, possibly go out and do a spacewalk and fix something. And those are astronauts. And these chicks take a 4-minute ride up, 3 minutes in the air, 4 minutes down for an 11-minute round trip to space, and then they have the nerve to say they're astronauts. It's like, holy cow! They took a big time Uber up. They took a big time Uber. It was a glorified Uber trip.
Hey, but
So what's your opinion on that?
Hey, but do you remember Lauren Sanchez when she was on the news here in LA?
Yeah, she used to look good. Man. She just looks like a science experiment now.
No lonely nights back then. She was bad. You don't remember her?
You and Pamela Anderson, huh?
She was on Channel 13 first.
She was on Channel 11, yeah, for a while.
Yeah, she would always talk about being single. I was like, damn, why can't I bump into this broad, dude?
She's like, oh,
dude, she come here. Dude, I would have had more game than Jeff Bezos.
Oh, yeah.
I would have flew her up in a fucking mic.
You'd have flown her up in a hot air balloon, huh? Come on, Mija, I got some.
Yeah, we give her a mic. Nah, but yeah, dude, it's fucking crazy, dude. The things that we yet to explore.
Yeah.
You ever think time travel will happen? Because it has to do with time and matter. Light years, you go light year, you come back. Fucking, was it 200 years later?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. If you can time travel. I mean, if you can light speed.
Would you, if you could?
Go light speed?
Oh, would you time travel back into your past?
Into your past or in the past in general?
Into my past or just go into the past and visit somewhere?
No. He's correct. He's correct. Just in general.
Oh, yeah, I'd be down. If I can safely get back.
What
would be your first spot?
To go to the past?
What would be your number one, first thing to go to? You ought to be like, hey, dude, go with me. We're going to time travel. What would be the number one spot?
Oh, maybe the birth of Christ?
Think so? That'd be
a pretty high on the bucket list.
Not to where Mila was like, he's not loco.
He's not loco. Yeah, the loco.
I probably would go back to the birthday I went to go pick this.
When the Steelers won the Super Bowl?
When this guy was all drunk and shit and ruined my birthday. No, I'm just kidding. I know, dude. It'd be so much crazy shit. I probably would.
Dinosaurs? Running with dinosaurs?
That would be crazy.
Velociraptors? riding one.
Imagine, like those New Zealand backgrounds where it's just like a valley. You see a bunch of fucking big ass dinosaurs running towards you.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
That'd be dope. But also, how about like I would like to see Roman times, dude. That'd be crazy too, bro. Or Egyptian times.
Oh, you know what? I'd like to see who built the pyramids.
That's a good one. The wonders of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 8 wonders of the old world.
The pyramids, because those were there before the Egyptians. They didn't build that shit. Those were there. Those were there a long time.
You think that's like those places like Machu Picchu and all those places?
There's pyramids all around the world.
No, but do you think they were there
and
before?
On different planets?
Yeah, I agree.
Or looking at Elsie at the side of the garage.
Ding dong ditch on the side of the garage. Yeah. You can do that all over the globe.
Dude, you'll be crazy.
Jay Billy knows all about Ding Dong Ditch.
When the Russians fucking invaded fucking Berlin, see what Hitler did?
The Berlin?
Do you think
you cannot come here in the Berlin?
Do you think he bailed to Argentina or died?
Oh yeah, they said he did.
Oh yeah.
Didn't Argentina say that they did? That he did?
Yeah.
Someone recently come out and say like he was there for like 20 years?
They're claiming that.
Yeah.
And then
did you know that if you go to Argentina, there's a certain area in Argentina where it's highly populated by Germans? Yeah. They speak German in Argentina, and if you go there, you think you're in frickin'
and it's not open
Germany.
to the public? And it's not open to the public.
Oh, it's not?
No, it's not. It's a closed community.
Oh. How do you close a community?
I don't know, but you're correct. They speak nothing but German.
And they're the ancestors of all the German soldiers or the Nazi soldiers, I should say, that came from,
upper crest.
The high.
They're saying like generals, lieutenants, all that.
Yeah, and Hitler himself.
Yeah,
the Germans.
Dude, I watched this one guy. Like one of those one and done season, like where they go searching for Hitler and this and that. It was like these ex-military guy, tracker guys.
You do not come for the Germans.
But dude, they're talking about how they had AMGs, like the Mercedes, the bulletproof ones.
Yeah.
They found them in Argentina. They had fucking military vehicles in caves, and they're saying the Fourth Reich was going to rise in Argentina.
Mm.
And I don't think it would have happened though. You know, what up?
Ronald Bentley got another question.
What up, big dog?
Who wins in a fight, 100 men or one alpha male silverback gorilla?
Oh, I've heard this. Okay, so
99 will die and me will be taking it.
I have an answer for you, and the answer would be 100 men, and I'll tell you why. Because a silverback gorilla needs a certain amount of food per day to be able to run around and act like a crazy beast. If it doesn't get a certain amount of food and rest, it needs to rest 12 hours a day. If it doesn't get the rest or the food, it will basically pass out from exhaustion. So if there's 100 guys that are surrounding that silverback gorilla and they're just surrounding it and not attacking it, it doesn't know what to attack. And I heard from a zookeeper specifically about this topic, and he said, if there's 100 men screaming at a silverback gorilla or any gorilla, it will shit its pants and run. He said gorillas are scared of their shadows at the zoos, and sometimes they freak out when they see their shadow. Okay, so I would say 100 men would beat a silverback gorilla.
Nah, I don't.
Gee Dog's living in fantasy world.
I'm not talking about a zoo. I'm talking about in fucking the wild, bro.
Yeah, the wild. You can't fit 100 people in the
that shit can literally. You act like
you might have to sacrifice. Okay.
There's gonna be a huge chunk.
Ronald, you may have to sacrifice
a motherfucker.
You may have to sacrifice a dozen or two of people. You know,
a dozen or two more.
But I'm okay with that because at the end of the day.
We'll give it back. Go get him.
We'll be able to take out that silver.
Go get him, guys. You got that, guys.
You know?
Fuck no, dude.
And there's going to have to be some volunteers.
Nobody's going to volunteer.
And one of those, I'd volunteer you because you're
nobody's going to volunteer.
You kind of have that gorilla beard. So
nobody's gonna volunteer, bro.
But
nobody's volunteering to get torn in half.
I'd be okay with just a few people.
Do you know
them to the front?
They have huge fangs. They bite too.
Yeah.
Shit, dog.
You know their bite strength is around, I want to say 1,300 psi, and a human's bite strength is around 130 psi. So yeah, it could pretty much not break bite your skull. It'll just crush it. But
to answer your question,
like I said, there's going to have to be some sacrifices to make. Like I said, I'm okay with that if at the end of the day we can take out that silverback gorilla. So
I think a good 30 people will go down. Because that motherfucker will bite, he will pull.
If you can keep it up and going,
what are you going to get him in a headlock? And don't fucking neck is like Uncle Marvin's.
You just have to circle the motherfucker.
No neck.
You just have to circle it. You just have to circle it. And you have to.
I'm bigger than a bear. I'm bigger than a bear.
It runs out at somebody, and it may take him out. But like I said, I'm okay with sacrificing a few people. Putting them at the front. Maybe Guido can go, or maybe he can go at the front.
Dude, I would grab him by your ankle and throw him at him. He's a snack. He's a snack.
You'd be too tired to do that.
Dude, I run behind the bigger motherfucker behind me.
No, man, you can't do that.
I ain't getting in there. So why are you putting me in the big?
I'm not necessarily saying you have to, but there's going to be some sacrifices that are going to have to be made.
Oh shit!
We're going to have to put some people up to the front.
That's all it's going to happen. Getting interesting in Inglewood. It's 105.96 with 4 minutes left.
No, they're still up 9.
Yeah,
Clippers. But Ronald, I do think we could totally 100 guys can tire out a gorilla.
Right.
So, what do you think? What do you think, Ronald? What's your opinion? Can 100 guys take out a silverback?
What are your thoughts, Ronald?
What are your thoughts? What about you, J. Billy? You think 100 guys or one silverback gorilla that weighs about 800 pounds?
He can take on 100 lady boys.
What do you think? 100 guys or a silverback gorilla? And you have all the time in the world. You don't have a time limit. I'm going 100 guys.
You know what? Yeah, okay. The other reason,
like I said, there's going to be some sacrifices. Yes, there's going to be some people that are lunges and they grabs and
I agree.
You asked me the question.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead.
It depends on what type of guys.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Because if it's like 100 of those,
100 guys and it's like 100 midgets.
If it's 100 of those David Hogg guys, then
I'll take it. I'm staying quiet because I don't know how to quite word this without being offensive or nothing. But if it's like
100,
But how about 100 like African hunters, like old school hunters, like. You know what I mean? I'm not
gonna. Yeah, dude, fuck yeah.
Those guys will fuck them up,
like the Aborigines.
And on top of that, they'll have the numbers you're talking. But like he's saying, just average. If us motherfuckers, dude, a good half of us are gone. Yeah, but if you're gonna get tired of you, man, fuck it, alright, get me now.
You'll get tired.
I'm tired. I'm done driving.
You'll get tired, definitely. Those things need to sleep.
That motherfucker's gonna go like that and put some blood on his face. I'm done.
The silverback's gonna be like, hold up, man, I gotta go take a nap. Just hang tight. I'll be right back.
I'm just beat, dude. I can't shit, dude. I can't. Dude, it's backing me up.
Ronald Bentley, but I think location of fight plays a major role in outcomes.
In the UFC cage.
Okay, so Ronald, if they're funneling to the silverback gorilla like the movie 300, like the Spartans,
if you're hurting them,
the Spartans are like if the silverback, he's funneling them in the bottleneck. Yeah, then and he has unlimited time and he doesn't have to worry about resting. Yeah, you can do some damage.
He can climb up the cliff walls and
he
shit.
He can swipe, he can grab, he can kick,
pull you the head off.
Rip your spine out. Like Sub-Zero.
They can use their feet as
they can stop your head.
No, but if they're hanging, they can still use their feet to fuck you up, like pick up your head and shit.
Oh yeah, dude, it's like freaking eagle grabbing you by the.
Be like, sweep the leg.
Yeah,
Cobra Kai, shout out Cobra Kai.
Yeah, but the location, because if they're funneling them in like that, like in a bottleneck. Yeah, of course. And he's just swiping, wiping, smacking. Yeah. But if you can surround the motherfucker, then he's done.
No, that question is.
But there will be sacrifice. I'm not saying 100 guys are going to get away scot-free. They're not.
To answer your question, Ronald, the original question was a little vague, but with the clarification of location and guys, it does make a big difference. Because if you have a group of hunters, regardless of what ethnic background they are, they have the advantage because they're hunters. But average guys, like you go to a fucking, park and be like, hey guys, I need your help. Let's go get this gorilla. You're shit out of luck, dude. You're gonna have some people hurt.
Yeah. So,
all right, Ronald. Well, that was a great question, and on that, I think we're gonna wrap it up.
Yep.
Call it a night.
Guys.
We appreciate everybody that's online.
Thank you everybody for watching.
Showing the love.
Remy and Gee Dogg.
Look at the upcoming podcast on Sunday.
Yeah. Yep. We'll see you guys on Sunday.
Shout out. Peace.
Thanks, Ronald.
Wrap it up, Dick.
Wrap it up.